Hello, world. This is Edward Bevilacqua, the editor of La Voce magazine, and I am coming to you today from Italcream, and I'm here with Adriano Parente, who is the owner now, right?
Correct.
Okay. Adriano, thank you for taking the time to see me. I know you're busy, and so let's just jump right in. Tell us about your family roots, your Italian roots.
Well, my father was born in Naples, Italy, and
What year?
He was born in 1935.
Okay, so he's young.
Yeah, young, 80 years old.
Okay.
He was the son of a doctor, but who died. He died at a very young age.
A famous doctor. Famous
for the city of Naples.
Got it.
Because he was a doctor for the poor. He was the savior of a lot of families. We still get a lot of compliments when we travel back there. It's quite amazing to see how families still remember my grandfather. But they, in those times, they went from a well living to poor living.
Okay.
So, which at a very young age, my father immigrated to Australia. He was there a couple of years. Then he made his way to New York City.
Okay.
There, he learned his trade for restaurants, and he wanted to learn more. So he traveled.
Okay, but he had a good job in New York City at this time, or was that his second trip?
He started from the bottom, but he worked his way up very quickly.
Was this at the Copa?
This was at the Copacabana.
Okay.
Then he worked at the Fontana di Trevi, and then he went to Miami Beach.
Okay.
A place, Little Rock, something Rock.
Arkansas?
No, not Little Rock. Not Little Rock, Arkansas, but Eden Rock.
Okay.
That was the name of it. And then he came to Las Vegas for a spell, went to Puerto Rico, and then he decided to plant his roots in Las Vegas.
And why Las Vegas?
He number one reason was the weather, believe it or not. A lot of places he didn't like humidity.
Got it.
So he saw the opportunity in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Las Vegas was very much a town.
What year was this?
This was 1961.
61. Okay,
Yes.
so there's about 15 people here, right?
Yeah, there was about 150,000.
Okay, 150,000.
At the time, yeah.
Okay.
And he got his first job when he decided to stay. He worked at the Flamingo in the Candlelight Room. Then he worked his way over to the Dunes, where he worked from the Dome of the Sea to the showroom in the span of 31 years. During that time, he opened in 1972. He opened the first authentic continental Italian restaurant called the Via Veneto.
Okay.
And it was a successful restaurant. I mean, all the hotel execs would be there, but the partnership that he had was turned sour, and eventually they had to close.
And when were you born?
I was born in 1967.
Okay, so you were now 5. And you were working in the restaurant, 1972.
No, 1970. Yeah, no. I would eat in the restaurants, and I had my birthday parties at the restaurants.
Okay. But when you were 5, you weren't working.
Yeah, my parents thought it was awfully strange how much a 5-year-old could swallow down so much escargot. But yeah, I was influenced by food very, very early.
Okay.
Now during that time, after the partnership went sour,
that was Adriano telling his factory workers to
ease out doing an interview.
This is live through the whole world.
And he always wondered, why isn't there any gelato in America? I mean, they have a version of it in the East Coast, but the true Italian gelato was nowhere to be found in America. So he went back to Italy and took some courses. And I came back, and I'll never forget the first place. It wasn't a business yet. It was a little lab, a practice lab. And he was taught to use this company's flavoring, that company's mix, and whatnot. And he learned really quickly that he would never be able to survive because the costs of those imported products. And in a town like Las Vegas at that time, where it was like the land of buffets, it wasn't feasible to start a good gelato,
high quality.
So the only way he can get to get it off the ground is to learn how to do everything by himself, from A to Z, from scratch. That's what makes the difference of us today compared to a lot of the other companies. A lot of companies use technology from makers, and they make their gelato. I'm not saying that it's bad. There's good companies and bad companies, of course, but it's not gelato artigianale.
So artisan.
The artisan of making gelato. We are a step beyond that. We are the artisan of gelato, or gelato artigianale, but a laboratorio, which is we have a semi-industrial size plant that can create the gelato artigianale for more people.
Got it.
The recipe is from us.
Right. And so so that our viewers understand, you make the gelato here for restaurants. This isn't where people walk in off the street. This isn't like
people can walk in and get wholesale prices if they wish.
Okay, but it's not like for a cone. They can't come in.
Yeah,
and get a cone.
we're not. You're not going to find a scoop here.
Okay.
We are a manufacturer, distributor for the Las Vegas area.
Okay. And how many different flavors do you always have?
Oh, upwards around 60.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's all
I have gelato and sorbet and some no sugar added products.
Okay.
Now there's something for everyone.
And so you learned the business. And what are some of the other things you learned from your father growing up? Italian.
Well, other than the business, my dad was a very hardworking. He is still, even at 80 years old, he's always doing something. So what he taught me the most was that you don't get something for nothing. He has a work ethic that is like no other. And everything I earned, even when I was in school, in high school, and everything had to be earned.
Got it.
And for that big lesson, has kept I bring to this company, and I run this company like my father did.
Got it. Anything from your mother? Is your mother from the same part?
My mom is German.
German.
She is from Munich, Germany.
Okay. So you're like me, half Italian, half man, right? Half Italian, half man.
I'm half Italian, half German. No, I like my German heritage as well.
So do you say German engineering, Italian design?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that'd be great. That's a great logo. I'm going to put that down. But she was a good stay-at-home mom and raised us right. And my father was the guy I worked. He worked when he started this company. He still worked at the Dunes. So because gelato wasn't the name gelato didn't come around till 2000.
Got it.
It was still for our first 20 years in business, we were very much under the table. In gourmet rooms, nobody advertised gelato.
Yeah, right.
We were just a very good product.
Yes.
That gourmet restaurants would serve at high-end restaurants.
Do you sell this to Metro? Are they one of your customers?
No, they're not one of my customers.
Okay. They get it somewhere else.
It's funny because for many years we were the only gelato company in town, but gelato has gotten a bigger name. Yeah. And so of course I have competition. And and competition is a healthy thing. Yeah. It's not. I admire the companies that create good product.
I think we need to have your guy come in here. He can come in. He can. This is his work.
I've noticed. I've noticed some the American way of life needs some money. There are also some companies that could give gelato a bad name. Right. As long as, for me, the pride of the business, a company that does it right, I admire. Yeah. And it brings the gelato to this country.
So you are the first.
My father's one of the pioneers.
But here in Las Vegas,
we are the first, and one of the very first in the whole entire West. I believe Gelato Classico is like 6 months older than me. Gelato Classico from the Bay Area. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think they started in 1979, I believe. I see. Okay. We were 1980, but there was nobody else. We were the oldest gelato factory in Nevada, and we're still here.
Yeah, and that's great. So So tell us a little bit about why Las Vegas is such a great place.
Well, I mean,
and before that, just remind the watchers, our viewers, that Adriano was born here.
Yeah, I was born in Las Vegas, and having an Italian father, I got to know a lot of the old time Italians and Italian Americans of Las Vegas,
and of the maitre d's.
And yeah, they were all in the hotel business. They were dancers in the shows. They were, and
was your dad a member of the Italian American Club?
No, because he's Italian. But my father's actually a member of the Italian consulate.
I see.
Where every once in a while he has to fly to LA.
Oh.
He's Italian.
Got it. Okay.
It would be me that should be in the Italian.
You should be,
because I am a true Italian American.
Yeah.
But I've seen the Italian culture grow, and and Las Vegas seems to like the Italian culture because a lot of the hotels are Italian themed. We have the Venetian. We have Caesar's Palace. We have Bellagio. A lot of people call it Bellagio, but it's Bellagio. It's from a place in Italy, and so Italian is the Italian culture is very much alive in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Many Italian restaurants, and
what are some of your favorites?
Well, you know what? I'm going to give a shout out to Piero Broglia.
Okay.
Who, when I was young and I had to work a second job, while our company, he gave me my first waiter's job. He has a Italian restaurant called Cafe Chloe, and which is old style Italian, authentic, continental Italian.
Yeah, we have them listed in La Voce as one of the top 30.
Yeah. Well, Piero, he's been around as long as my dad in this town. So
sure,
he put his stronghold. They even named Piero's restaurant after Piero Broglia.
Wow.
If you go down in history, but there's a lot of restaurants that are wonderful. One Canaletto, I like in the Venetian.
Do you ever go to Trattoria Reggiano?
No, but one of the ones that I recently discovered is Casanova in the Venetian as well, and he does a very fine job at that restaurant.
Oh, good. Okay.
But there's so many. This town is so filled with so many restaurants that there's some I haven't even eaten at.
Mm-hmm. So who are some of your customers?
Oh, if I go over the years. I've been in just about every casino at one time or another.
Wow.
I can't just point out just one. The list would be long.
Got it. Okay. So, what do you think the future is for Las Vegas?
Well, the future is obvious. This town is still growing to this day. After the recession, we made a major rebound in job growth and new businesses come. The future is bright.
Yeah.
At one time we were the fastest in the country
for many years.
Yeah. For how long?
20 years.
Yeah, 20 years we were right. And it has to be for a reason.
Yeah.
It's because we've become from a new city to a cultural city.
Yeah.
We have the symphony, and we have the Smith Center. We have all these cultural. And hopefully we'll get that a professional sports team because I'm actually on that 80% so far for that hockey team.
Oh, you are.
I will take anything that's professional sports. I can taste it. I'm proud of being born and raised in Las Vegas, and that would just top off one of the reasons.
And you're not far from the new arena.
No. Our location here. When we started here, there was nothing next door. It was desert.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, I learned how to drive on the gravel where West Flamingos was. It wasn't West Flamingo yet. The Rio didn't exist. The Locos didn't exist. We were here all before that.
Wow.
After that, it was nothing.
Wow. So, in closing, Adriano, what would you like to impart to our readers, our 50,000 readers and hundreds of thousands of viewers?
Well, number one, I'm proud to be from this town. The Italian culture is alive and well. Mm-hmm. Even the Italian culture, not just the Italian American culture.
Right.
Some of the best people I could ever know.
Uh-huh.
I love each one of my dad's friends who are now senior citizens.
Uh-huh.
and I see the Italian culture moving well on to the future.
Great.
And I'm very proud of that.
And how about the gelato business?
We've been here since the beginning of the gelato, and we're
be here till the end.
Anywhere.
Be here till the end.
Yes, and our quality is second to none.
Got it.
Because of the way we do things from scratch.
Terrific. Well, Adriano, thank you very much for taking the time to share with La Voce your experiences and your business.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.